It is 16 degrees here in Michigan and snowing and blowing like crazy. Some chicks that didn't ship. And the kids gave them some toys to play with. So I came out here to get some stuff done, and I need to clean out the back of the barn. I was like, oh man, I bet you my hose froze, and I'm gonna have to bring that inside, thaw it out to fill the stock tank. And then when I came back here, I realized, just wait until you see this. I left the water on all night long. So yeah, now I really need to clean out the back of the barn. The good news is the water line didn't freeze. The cows have plenty of water. So, getting in the Bobcat, gonna try scraping this out. And for those of you who are fortunate enough to live in areas that don't freeze, yeah, that's just water back there, but everything outside is ice and hard. So to push all that water out is gonna be a pain in the butt. Luckily, I do have the Bobcat though, so that's gonna make it a lot easier. And Muffin, our Jersey heifer, is due to have a calf. And I think she's got 7 or 10 days left, so she could really have it any day now. And we wanna make sure she has a good spot to have that calf. So I gotta get busy. It's cold, nasty. All right, so I got all this cleaned out. It's scraped right down to the concrete, which looks good. There's Muffin. Hey, Muffin girl. Your udder is filled right out. Huh? So normally I wouldn't give them bedding in here because I like them to lay out in the pasture. But it is so cold. It's 18 degrees right now, and I don't know what the wind chill is, but it is blowing bad. So I'm going to throw them a bunch of hay down here on the cement for them to lay on to get them out of the weather. And my goal this weekend was to clean this mess up so I can actually work on stuff. I need to work on this lawnmower. I need to work on the golf cart. There's things that need to be done to the Bobcat. But it's so cold that I'm going inside and getting that fire started. A, because I don't want to spend money on propane. And B, because I'm cold. And I don't like the cold. So we're gonna give the cows a bunch of this hay. I'm gonna start out giving these girls some fourth cutting, and then start throwing some of this first cutting in there for them to lay on. So this stuff, I'm gonna start by throwing them this stuff out there because this is all stuff that they've already picked through. They would still eat it eventually, but if you're gonna throw them something to lay on, might as well be the stuff they already picked through. This winter has definitely been a trial run on a lot of things. This is the first winter I put my American Bresse breeding pens in the back here, and definitely not doing that again. I don't know what I'm going to do next winter, but it's definitely not going to be that. I don't mind the egg production going up and down. It is so drastic. I mean, they just shut right off because I pretty much keep this back door here open all winter long. If we get a nasty snowstorm like we did yesterday, in like we did a week ago, they just shut right off. They don't want to lay eggs. I mean, the wind blows right in here. It's not good. So I need to get either a high tunnel or build some breeding pens in the barn up at Miggy's. I definitely would rather do the high tunnel because it gives them a lot of natural light. So it'll be easier to transition them outside on pasture, because I'm definitely going to run them outside on pasture. I will never convert to just having commercial type barns to keep them in year round. But I definitely need something for them better in the winter. But the issue is the high tunnel is going to cost me probably 20 grand by the time I'm done. And I don't think our business right now, just getting started, being an actual business or an LLC, I don't think we can swing that this year. Maybe we can. Not sure. We'll have to see as the year goes on. As far as our dairy cows and this setup back here and doing our herd share goes, I like this. I like this that I put in. I don't like having the calves over there. I'd rather have that opened up and be able to put bedding over there, so that way when we get nasty weather, the dairy cows can go lay up there in some deep bedding, and then still have this center aisle, because they release most of their manure while they're eating. So just have this center aisle be cement so I can scrape the manure out easy and not use a bunch of hay for that. You still have to keep adding bedding up there, and they'll still manure up there, but you'll be able to, you can fling some of the piles out every day and add bedding every day, and that'll be better. So I think that would work good. We're only going to be a 4-cow max dairy herd due to how much land we have and how we want to raise them on grass. And also it kind of stinks that you got to take the hay and bring it over there to feed those cows. There's not a good setup for that. So right now I'm kind of thinking putting a calf pen right here for the young feeder calves and having a head gate like what I have there, except one for calves right here, so that way the hay could be fed both directions. So you can still throw a round bale in here, and then the cows and the calves can eat off from it very easily. And then have the pen back here for the calves. Not a very big pen, probably 10 foot by 12 foot or something like that. I have some heavy duty pig gates. They're called gestation gates, so it's for gestating sows. So they're pretty tall gates, and I think they would work well for that. I already have them, which is the best way instead of having to go out and buy something. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here. I was gonna milk over in this corner, and I still might try that out because I already have it set up, kind of. I don't know. But now I'm kind of thinking over here, if I put calves over here, I could then put the milking over there. I'm not sure. Because with all this hay over here, yeah, it's just going to be kind of a mess all the time. I'm not sure. You're going to have a big round bale here and have to go around it all the time. I don't know. The reason I want it over here is because in the summer, you get this garage door here that I use to get hay in the winter. Well, I can open that up and it'd be nice. You can be able to see out and, you wouldn't feel like you're in a barn. I like that, but it might not end up being the right thing. So we got to figure that one out yet, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'm getting cold. Need to go start a fire, get some lunch, wash the milker, edit a video. I got a lot of things to do yet.